In this season of Lent, let us reflect on the eighth station of the Way of the Cross. That is, Jesus meets the women of Jerusalem who weeps for him. Friends, according to the Holy Bible, on Thursday after the Passover feast, Jesus was arrested and he was sentenced to death, and he was led to Calvary Mount to be crucified. As part of the execution, Jesus had to carry the cross on which he will be crucified. Now, Jesus is on his way to Calvary. He is very tired now. The people around him are cursing him. Some are abusing him. Some are hitting him. But he is moving forward silently. The crowd has seen the miracles he did. The crowd who gave him a glorious entry into Jerusalem few days before are now silently watching him, being taken to be crucified. On the way, he finds a different crowd, a group of women who weeps for him. They are helpless. The powerful people in their society are taking Jesus to Calvary to crucify him. The only thing women can do is to weep for him. In the present days, we experience these kinds of situations. It is easy to be with the crowd. We will be safe. We tend to agree with the crowd to satisfy the powerful, to avoid problems, to make our family, our own self safe. Always, it may not be possible to challenge everyone. It may be wise to put life of our dear ones in danger, but at least we can stay away from the crowd as the women in Jerusalem did. By seeing the weeping women, Jesus stops and tells them not to weep for him, and he warns them through a prophecy to weep for themselves and for their children. For within years, Jerusalem will be under siege. They and their families will die of hunger and they will be massacred. It is easy to console anyone when we are in our comfort zones. But Jesus consoles the women and finds time to talk to them calmly when he himself is in trouble. Despite of all the pain he is going through, Jesus comforts the daughters of Jerusalem. He is demonstrating an act of selflessness that would be difficult for any human to endure. Jesus tells them not to weep for him, but to weep for themselves. Jesus takes the level of selflessness up by pushing through the pain to get to the women, and then telling them not to worry about him. What Jesus is trying to tell the women is that to him their problems are more important than his. Jesus displays his most important commandment, to love your neighbor as yourself, which means to put others and their needs before your own. This example of selflessness is one that we followers of Christ must mirror daily. As the fulfillment of prophecy in AD 70, Jerusalem city was under siege and the temple and the city were destroyed by the Romans under the command of General Titus. We see the women in the situation showing great courage, standing out against the crowd and openly displaying their sadness and disapproval at the fate of Jesus. In this season of Lent, let us be compassionate for others rather than focusing on our own problems. Have a prayerful and blessed Lent season.